Do it.
What's up, dudes? We win.
You lost because you didn't go mech.
Zerg's broken, we all know that.
Pretty standard. Well, if you go for an ultra,
What you guys want to talk about?
Oh my gosh. It's 15 seconds. That's all I'm asking is just 15 seconds of silence so the intro video can play. But that I'm too tired now to try that again. Welcome everyone to Decision Making Episode 4. Someone joined the call and now my overlay is completely screwed up. But yes, welcome to Decision Making, the show where we discuss making decisions. Princess Major, what are you doing in here? Who invited you? Not that I don't love
I came
you.
by myself.
How is that possible? You can't.
He just came by himself, man.
Okay. Well, now the overlay's messed up. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to.
Gather overlay. Salvage the situation.
Major, do you have a webcam? Because
No.
I'm happy for you to be on the show,
No.
but it'd be nice if we could
webcam.
see
This is
you.
fine.
Okay, this is fine. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I guess I'll just go ahead and introduce, and then I'll start a topic, and someone can talk, and then I can fix the overlay. So I know it looks like crap right now, but that's going to change. My name's Ackletos. Welcome to Decision Making Episode 4. Today on the show we have Root Cats. How you doing, Root Cats? Paolo.
I'm doing good. How are you, man?
Viscada. Did I do it right?
Yeah, Viscara.
Viscada.
Ra.
That's exactly what I just did. I'm doing great. Thanks for being on the show. Root Todd, currently
What's
at
up?
the Razor House in California. Recently announced he's going to be casting Iron Squid, which is pretty awesome. How you doing, Root Todd?
Well.
Did I get your
It's pretty bad, but other than that.
Did I get your
pretty good.
Twitter right on the overlay there?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Fantastic.
Root Todd. Only
We
one T.
also fantastic. We also have QXC, who is currently chilling at the Complexity House.
Complexity's house.
It looks like the Complexity House at least. And
Yeah.
how you doing, QXC House, Texas? Is it still hot?
No, it's actually pretty reasonable right now.
Really?
We can like go outside and stuff. It's pretty
You're
cool.
joking. That's amazing. I'm a Texas guy. I used to live in. I grew up in Texas, so I know how hot.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's bad. Of course, you just recently moved down there. Where are you from again?
Chicago.
Ah, I was born in Chicago. Maybe you were related. Anyway, Axlav is also on the show. He's right
I guess.
over there. Axlav, point at me. Nick, point at me with your arm. Yes.
Oh, it's rice!
Nick, how are you doing today?
I love
Doing well.
rice.
Good. Fantastic. Now, I'm going to start
Dude.
messing with the overlays. Cats, did you need to say something? Oh, there's a producer sneaking behind Nick there. Cats, did you want to chime in on something?
We could use the other overlay. Just for consistency. It's not that yours isn't
Bad?
better.
It's okay if you tell me. Constructive criticism is what's important. It's like the people who say I'm terrible at casting but don't actually say anything about my casting. They just say I'm bad. It's fine if you call my overlay bad, but at least tell me why it's bad so I can improve.
It's not bad
Okay.
at all.
We'll
I
stick.
think
We'll just stop there. That's perfect. All right.
it's
So
for consistency, I think the other episodes have the other overlay.
the trick is, if I do anything on this computer, it's going to show up on the stream because I have one monitor. But
Hey, no
we'll
hi
figure that
to
out.
me?
Anyway, oh yeah, Major,
Hola.
I apologize. I sincerely apologize for not introducing you. I'm just looking at my overlay. Major, how are you doing today?
Very good.
How's Mexico?
Very good.
Good. You winning tournaments? Don't spoil.
I can't spoil anything?
No. No spoiling.
Sorry.
Major,
You
by
ask
the
him
way,
if he's doing tournaments and then he can't spoil.
he can't.
So what can he say?
He can
He
talk
just say
about
yes or no?
tournaments that have already been broadcasted. Like his match against Roro. I don't know if y'all saw that in the MVP tournament. It's pretty sick. He did 200 Seekers and a nuke at the same time and just
You didn't
destroyed.
broadcast that.
I know we didn't. I'm sorry. It's Nick's fault. It is.
You're not going to cast it at all?
The VODs will be up pretty soon. but
VODs
it
will
won't
be up.
casted.
We're gonna do
So you
something.
just spoiled it for people.
Good job.
No. I'm allowed to
The
talk
VODs
about
and
it.
results are up. Well, the results are. The VODs not quite yet, but should be soon.
Yeah.
Well,
about the-
strategy
what
is
about-
up too. I just heard it.
Anyway.
What about the MLG invite only? No, not invite. Open qualifier. Can I spoil that? Or you can't?
No, we're actually casting that next week. But that's gonna be live, so it's not like you can spoil anything about that.
The open
No,
qualifier he's talking
there's
about.
no-
Oh, there's
We're
an
never going to cast that.
Okay. Well,
I don't
Can I
think.
spoil
Are
that?
we?
hold on. What are we doing next Tuesday, Nick? Do you know?
Next Tuesday is the invite qualifier. That'll be live.
That's
the
next.
open
That's next Thursday.
Oh yeah. Next Tuesday is
We decided we're not doing anything that day.
yeah, that's right.
So yes, you can spoil the open qualifier.
Okay, wait.
Nick has the final word, so it's not on me.
Me,
Nick, say yes or
I
no.
win
Okay, well.
Yeah, I think so.
2-1 versus C, Liquid C,
Oh, really?
and 2-1 versus Scarlet, so I qualify.
For the invite only.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who else qualified?
No,
You beat 2-1 Liquid C and 2-1 Scarlet on what?
the qualifiers.
Why do I not know this?
Because it just finished.
Cause what?
I just finished playing.
Oh, right now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, congratulations, Juan. Jeez, that's awesome.
That's actually pretty sick.
Now I'm trouble.
Yeah, good job, man. You are Chobo. But good job.
Mhm. Thank you.
I'm trying to save this overlay. Anyway, yeah, good job, Major. Thanks for letting us know that. It's pretty cool. Scarlet, it's pretty good. Anyway, Katz, you wanted to talk about the Heart of the Swarm stuff?
Yeah, as soon as the overlays.
Okay, we can just talk until then. QXC, did you play in the open qualifier, or were you invited?
I'm invited.
Oh.
You
Fancy.
can buy 2 Pro.
Do we know, like, what the bracket looks like? I know.
I don't know. I can't play in it because of WCG this weekend.
Oh, when are you coming to New York, dude?
Okay, you thought to replace
Saturday.
QXC.
Cool. I'm actually casting that, so I'll see you in New York, my friend. I'll drive
Stay thirsty.
Thursday. What?
Stay thirsty.
What are you talking about?
What? Hey, can we replace Todd? To replace QXC by Todd on the invite qualifier. Do we have a deal?
Did Todd play in the open?
No, he
No.
missed it.
Okay.
I
Well,
missed it because of Juan.
yeah. I mean, I think the invites are based on MLG performances and how you do at like the summer championships and all that stuff. QXC,
Yeah.
I think he was the 4th highest.
No, it's top
Foreigner?
15. Top 15 people get invited.
I don't
They
know.
How'd you do at the summer championships, QXC?
Bad.
No.
Yeah,
you
how
were
many
top.
Koreans did you beat?
No, top 15. That top 15 of last MLGs, the ones that get invited.
Oh. Top 15 North Americans.
Okay.
Just top 15 overall.
No. I don't
For an
think
invite
that's
only qualifier, it's like top 91
Yeah.
of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just made top 91 in MLG. You're in those.
Yep.
Top 90. I'm not top 91. Holy shit.
Something like that. Maybe
Oh,
it's
yeah, my
80.
documents.
Somewhere around there.
Why didn't you invite me, Alex?
What am
Or
I
is it-
inviting you to? I don't have control over that, man. It's based on your performance at MLG.
I beat Alicia at MLG. How many people did Koreans?
What was your placing?
I don't know, like top 20 or something?
Wasn't that like 3 MLGs ago? Not the last one.
Like 6
Ma-
MLGs.
But I still beat Alicia.
Yeah, he
What
did.
about you, Slab?
Well, you would have been in the qualifiers for the one after that.
Fuck that shit.
Oh, yeah. Real shame.
Oh.
But if I wanted to play the qualifier that was today, I would have like to be in MLG ranking like pretty high, or like it wasn't open at all. Or...
Yeah,
No,
it's
it was
open. The European one ended though, like the invite ended last week. The open was like 3 weeks ago, so you could have played an open. But that
Yeah,
was
but
weeks ago.
3 weeks ago?
Yeah, 3 weeks ago or maybe
I
4.
didn't even know.
But yeah,
you guys
it's-
do a better job at advertising it. I never know when MLG tournaments are. I wanted to try.
Check
They've
your
been there
emails. I think they email, don't they?
15 minutes. I don't give a shit about that. I'll watch you play.
yeah, it's always pro.
Thanks for the overlay, Cats. I got it.
No problem.
Though,
I don't think I'm even on the camera.
And manner of fixing.
So
all
were
right.
they sick?
If people don't know what we're talking about, MLG is having qualifiers for all expenses paid trips to the Fall Championships in Dallas on November 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had a European qualifier so far. The qualifiers were the top 3 were Grubby, Baby Knight, and Daisy. So they will be at the Fall Championships, all expenses paid trips. We
Protos.
Yep, all Protos. Axlav is very happy about that. We also just had was it yesterday? The Korean qualifiers?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
They
yesterday.
started, yeah. Yeah, they continue tomorrow.
Oh, good point. Okay, so we already know 2 of them.
Yep.
Life from StarTale and
Nice.
San
Sun
Yes.
San
Yeah.
Gosu.
The,
Zon got a lot of upsets in
the
a row.
results from that were actually pretty surprising.
upsets a lot.
It seemed like it. I mean, I
Nick,
wouldn't.
do you have the bracket up? By any chance?
What do you mean upset? San is pretty Gosu. You
Yes,
guys
but
don't
like-
know.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dong
but he
Ragu is in
wasn't
it. Dong Ragu is in
Pretty
it.
Gosu
Um,
like a week ago.
Marine King Prime. Like, we're talking all the biggest Korean names are in this thing.
Sure, San is just as good as them, man. He just
Yeah,
really
yeah,
not that no.
Crushed them all.
He was in OSL round of 16 for a reason. He's good.
I mean, I'm not debating that.
Sunlight?
I'm just talking about, like, when you're considering...
no. San.
Oh, by Sun. Okay.
No. San. En Escocia San.
Oh, San. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was S Sun Light. I was like, what the fuck?
No. En Escocia San. Well, not anymore in Escocia, but yeah.
Well, I'm just talking
He's-
about, like, if you're thinking about the top Korean players with the most results, like, you're thinking
well,
of
that's
Marine King
cool.
Prime, you're thinking of
Sure.
Dong Ragu, you know, you're thinking... that's all I'm saying as far as, like, surprising...
Yeah, San's a sick cheeser.
So, he beat Puma, then SC, then Inori, and then Maru Prime in a row to qualify.
Good.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, I don't know. Who would you say is the best out of those four?
What were the names again?
Puma, SC, Inori, Maru.
I'm a
Okay, let's
I'm a
see.
Maru fanboy, so...
Rolly Maria.
He's so good. And he's so young.
Maru Prime?
Mm-hmm.
He's young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
He's
15.
super cheesy. I lost to him 1-2 at
What's-
IPL 3.
He beat Oz and Hyun in the first 2 rounds.
What-
That's for him.
Oh wow, that's really impressive. See, like beating those two guys seems more impressive than beating the other
Yeah, that's
four.
the thing. There's another...
But then he lost to San, so.
Yeah, exactly.
So San, in a way, beat Hyun and Oz, right?
Right. Yeah.
Transitive property. I like it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Using that property, pretty much everyone's beating everyone.
Where did QXC go? Just curious.
Yep.
He got scared.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh.
Who did
The
Life beat to get?
Life is like the best Zerg in Korea.
Yeah,
man.
he's. I know. I'm just wondering who he beat in the
no.
tournament.
Alive or Young, Alicia, then Marine King.
That's a
Nice.
sick run.
I don't think Life is the best Zerg.
Who do you think is the best?
He's, I think he's the best CVT. CVT, he will die to Hyun. And CVP, him and Hyun are around the same skill level.
Wait,
against
no.
Protoss.
Hyun's pretty
ZVT
good.
about Life. Whoa.
Yeah, Life is very CVT than Hyun.
Yeah, maybe he's pretty even with Hyun,
But
actually.
in CVC, I think.
Hyun was in the tournament. Nick, who beat Hyun again?
Yeah, but Hyun
Hyun
even
was
he said.
beaten by Maru in round 2, but he's still
Yeah.
in his bracket. Let me check.
But he said on the interview that he wasn't doing drill builds because he had ESL that day. So
Oh.
that explains a lot. You know.
I mean, he did 2 racks Dream twice. Proxy 2 racks.
But then
Aiming
he
to
lost to Alive in the losers round in round 2. So Hyun didn't do very well.
Yeah.
Hyun actually, I mean, Hyun hasn't really had a breakout performance in the tournament yet, but he just looks really good. Actually, the IPL 5 clubs, he's been dominate those.
He's about to get in Corres, man. One more game.
Well, about to.
He just has to be Vampire. Let's think. Thought what you think about Vampire versus Hyun. Who's gonna win?
Goal. I don't even want to say anything.
Vampire was actually in that tournament, wasn't he, Nick? I remember reading his name.
I don't see him. I don't think he made it through the open qualifiers.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
Now the question is Life gonna beat
MVP?
MVP?
I think he's gonna lose 4-2.
To MVP?
4-2.
Yes.
Oh, fucking Quan.
Cats, do you agree
Freaking Quan.
Do you agree with him?
I don't know. I don't follow the scene as much as Quan does in Korea, so I'll take it he...
I mean, you can look at the results and base it off that. Life, did he 3-0 Tasia?
The
Yeah,
thing is, Life has always been one of my favorite Zergs, so I'm a little bit biased. And I haven't seen any Zerg even Life play a lot, but just like I casted Life, like in small tournament, like TL Opens and stuff like that. I was like, holy shit, this guy's so smart.
Yeah,
Same
he's
for
pretty good.
Seed.
Yep.
You know, like I saw I am Seed before like the whole GSL run thing, and I don't know who I was casting that TL Open with.
Oh, Apollo?
But I was like, holy shit, this guy's so good. He became my favorite Protoss instantly. And live, actually, at the finals of that TL Open. And they were just like both so smart, you know, they didn't play by the rules, and live was doing this gateway nexus expands like before everyone. It was pretty sick.
Life actually got second in TSL 4.
Max copied him.
Yeah. He choked, I think.
Life got second TSL 4 to Creator.
Yep.
Anyway, can we move on to talking about Heart of the Swarm? Because I know that's kind of the whole point behind this thing.
That's our thing.
All right, so Heart of the Swarm. First, I know Nick, you just recently started playing it, so I want to hear your initial thoughts on Heart of the Swarm.
I kind of a lot of cool new stuff is coming in. I think Widow Mines are one of the coolest new units. I mean, they're still going to be reworked. I mean, obviously, balance-wise, they're going to be reworking everything, so there's no real point talking about that. But I think the Widow Mine concept's really cool. I don't think Protoss got anything. I think the Mothership Core is kind of neat, but Tempest and Oracle aren't really that cool. And the Zerg units don't really seem to fit in too well with most. The Viper is kind of cool, I guess. That Blinding Cloud ability could be wicked against siege tanks. And of course, the little pool thing is insanely good against Mothership or other big units.
Or Colossi, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Mothership's even bigger than Colossi, right? You just yank it away and then.
No, yeah, but you can get like a crab load of Vipers and yank a lot of stuff away. Yeah.
Yank them. Just make like a big spine crawl wall. When they try to siege you, just yank all their big guys into it.
yeah, you can do that. And Blinding Cloud is pretty good at breaking mech, but the Vipers die really fast because they have really low HP.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was trying to use that, and Thors were just like wrecking all shit.
Yeah, so gotta be pretty careful, and like even if like the Terrans start like building, you know, like turrets in front of their stuff, that kind of shuts that down as well.
Yeah, but it seems like Spine Swarm Host Viper is pretty sick against Protoss. I just slow push with that. You don't even need to get the mass gas you need for Brood Lords.
Well, the Viper is pretty expensive in gas as well, but
I thought it was only 100. Was it 200, 100?
It's 100, 200.
100, 200. Okay, I had to switch.
Yeah, it's like a Raven basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't need quite as many because they have the energy drain ability. That's actually really good.
Yeah. That's true. I sometimes do like offensive buildings. Like I'll build Evo chambers as I push, and then drain the life of those, so I don't have to go back to base.
If you have spines, you can even just do it off a couple of spines. I mean, you're probably not.
Yeah, too.
I'm kind of ignorant to Heart of the Swarm, guys. I'll be.
But I think the Viper is pretty imba, no? What do you guys think?
You think so? I don't know. It seems
fun.
Usually when I play, it's not very good. I don't know. Maybe just the people I play against don't use it very much, but it just dies so fast, and like the consume actually takes a decent amount of time to do anything. And the blinding cloud is such a small area of effect. I don't know.
I think if you have very good control with the unit, pretty useful.
I think it's very situational. I think there's situations where you can punish your opponent, like if they don't have turrets or Thors or something like that, and they're going really heavy on tanks, and you have a crap load of roaches. Then you can like go blinding cloud on clumps of tanks and stuff like that. I think that against Protoss, it's really good in the late game if you're going for like an old school like Roach Hydra composition. Like you don't even need Corruptors anymore, and then you can yank the Colossi, like a Colossi-based unit composition, or like Nick was saying, even the Mothership. So for stuff like that, it is pretty good. Obviously, it has counters, hard counters like in shit like feedback. Obviously, your Vipers are always gonna have full energy before the fight starts, or you're bad, and that pretty much means that feedback is gonna one-shot them, and they're pretty squishy as well.
Okay, wait. So I have a question.
Yeah.
Are Hydras useful now with that new upgrade? Or are they still garbage?
No, they're good against mech.
The thing is, it's. I don't think it's.
It's not the upgrade. That doesn't help them too much. It's more they go well with Vipers.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. So they have better support now.
I think Roach Hydra Viper against mech is pretty good because because the consume is free energy, so it's too recyclable. And blinding cloud is like the web of Brood War, so it rapes mech.
Yep.
So it's pretty imba. And against Protoss, it just grabs every Colossi.
Yeah, but it's not as fast or it doesn't have as much HP as a Corsair. So Blinding Cloud is harder to use than Disruptor Web was, and Disruptor Web wasn't like, you know.
Disruptor Web also lasted like 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that spell, all those spells in Brood War lasted so long, but
Yes.
yeah, it's
But
definitely like the same kind of idea.
It's still free energy, like consume.
It's
Or
not
buildings.
completely free. I mean, it does drain a good chunk of life from your buildings. What I like to do is I shift click throughout my entire base when I do that, instead of draining one building. Because if you have like 4 Vipers draining one building, like, you know, a couple drains on it's
You
gone.
don't need your hive. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So yeah.
You killed your own building.
Do you build like
Yeah,
Viper
I've-
Evo chambers?
I've pulled a few gases, man.
You
What?
have, like an Evo chamber farm? You, like shift Q through it. Shift Q through them.
No, but like when you're pushing with it, you know, like you can push with that, and like Nick was saying, like stuff like swarm hosts, and then you're just, you know, like trying to get to yank units to your fort, and then you can do Evo chambers like offensively, and it's
So
pretty
you like
sick.
proxy Evo chambers in their face.
Yeah,
you like
man.
drop
Sick.
overlords have overlord shit out creep all over the place, and then like build Evo chambers randomly, so you can like be retreating and there's an Evo chamber, and you just like consume it a little bit and then do something.
Yeah, man.
Didn't Protoss get a unit that can do kind of the same thing?
Or you could. Yeah, that unit's stupid though. You could bring spine crawlers, and then they're like mobile energy generators. You like don't even use them to attack. You just bring them with your army and then consume them.
Yeah, I mean, I would still rather consume Zerglings, to be completely honest.
Of course.
Does it kill them though?
Imba.
I mean, it kills
Yeah,
them.
you-
Buildings.
You can't do that.
The
if you
links.
could do that, I would quit the game right away.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
What, Juan?
Maybe you don't need
Fucking Defilers used to do that in Brood War.
Sure, bro, and they were overpowered as fuck.
Yeah, and we had a radiate.
It's funny, like whenever Juan argues balance, he just quotes Brood War. It's like
Yeah,
he's just like they should put mines on Hellions. I'm like, what? He's like, in Brood War, Voltor had mines and they were in Imba.
I want to mine.
Fucking Juan.
You wouldn't mind to think you're strong enough as your own unit costing money.
They're so
Well,
funny to use.
This was before the upgrade or
One
whatever
thing
they
that makes
did.
them so strong is that like, they blow up and then they still tank. So it's like AoE plus it tanks. So if it siege tanks plus them, they like blow up the frontline units and then they tank the backline ones as well. So it's
Yeah,
actually
mine good.
sick good.
Yeah.
Mine.
I like to you just make a field of them, like
Yeah.
40 or 50 mines. You have to use so much APM to clear that. It's pretty hilarious. And then you like tech the BCs behind it and kill them. Sick strategy.
Yeah.
You have to be careful with their overseers observers too, because mines will go after pretty much everything. If it gets too close.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like I know that like balanced discussion about Heart of the Storm is like, you know, it's pretty silly, but at the same time, you know, if people aren't vocal about like how the game is developing, they're probably just gonna do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
you know, like in my opinion, Heart of the Storm is pretty disappointing so far.
As far as what? Like the balance of it?
I mean,
No,
all
not
we
the
have are
balance,
new
but-
units, and they are some of them are
Boring.
kind of stupid. Yeah.
Like
the
the
units-
design of the units is poor. Taking things like the Warhound away from Terran, in my opinion, is a stupid idea. You could nerf it, you could give it a different, you know, but I don't want to play Wings of Liberty for another 3 years.
Well, that's what the crown would have been. It's just a marauder that comes out of the factory, right? Like,
Well,
I mean,
Whatever it is, the point is like we should have new units.
yeah.
Usually like we shouldn't go into Heart of the Swarm and like, well, we were gonna give 4 units to each race, but we couldn't figure out how to balance 2 of them. So everyone
Just got
only
rid of
gets
them.
everyone only gets 2 new units. You're like, what?
Yeah.
That's
yeah, like the
okay.
metagame. I didn't play in the last patch, to be honest, but the metagame CVT is pretty much the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Protoss changed a little bit with Mothership Core, but then in order for Zerg to get the new units, you have to like take almost to like
Well, same thing with Protoss.
Two,
The Zerg
three.
and Protoss, it's all like, high tech stuff.
The Protoss
Yeah,
new
and Terran has one new unit, so it's
Well,
wow.
the Battle Hellions actually, I think that's basically a new unit. Like,
I think
it's
it's stupid.
it's
I think
super
it's
tanky. Like, it's
Why is it biological? Biological?
make it stronger.
Biological.
Yeah, that makes it too strong. It's too strong mixed with bio
I
composition.
actually think it's worse. I don't want biological.
Because of Archons.
Why?
Because
Yeah,
of
because
Archons.
Archon.
Archons do like plus 18 to bio or something. Something stupid.
Plus 10.
It's definitely not plus 10.
I don't
You have
care if
all
my
the upgrades.
medevac. I don't care if my medevac heals it. Like I actually don't care. I just
Yeah.
don't want it to be biological or whatever you say.
Biological.
I mean, as far as balance goes, though,
It's
that
still
actually doesn't
biological.
affect too much. Like bionic or not, that's not a big thing in unit.
Bionicle.
Bionic.
Biological.
There you go. Biological.
Biologia.
Biología.
Biologia.
Acetone15 in the chat says biological factory unit is totally nonsensical.
Of course.
Well, that is true. But yeah, I mean, we should talk about the patch notes maybe
Sure.
on how the game has changed at all.
Okay.
So do you have
Oracle's
any thoughts on
stupid.
it at all?
We'll
Oracle's
start there.
stupid.
Yeah, I think it's a stupid unit.
Why?
Because we're not playing Warcraft 3. That's why.
Hey, why don't you man her up?
Wait, what makes you think it's a Warcraft 3 unit? Like, I don't like it either, but I don't see.
Just the town portal. He means.
No, not the
power-
town portal. Well, like
Oracles
before they
have-
gave phase shield, and now they're giving a unit that it like steals resources, which is like pillage in Warcraft 3.
Oh, I see.
All right, I do have the notes up, so I can.
A
I
face
can
shield is
read them
Preordained is like the Farsight's reveal ability. Like,
Except it doesn't. I think it doesn't actually. It's not like Comstat. It's all it does is it just reveals cloak units, but it doesn't actually give you vision over a spot you don't see. So
Well-
it's actually kind of worthless. It's only there to like, if you didn't get observers, you
it
know.
still seems kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Like, to me, StarCraft is a game about killing things. Like, basically every ability.
And Oracle never kills anything, basically, just kind of.
Yeah, like, doesn't do anything.
Well, it's
Yeah, but
pretty sick.
that's,
You guys see
that's
that
the
video?
motto of Protoss units. To never do anything and never kill anything. It's pretty standard. I think we're going at the same pace here as we were before. It's a continuous line.
Productions are good, man.
Zergs always have too much economy. What do we give Protoss? Not something to boost our economy, something to slow them down. Only makes sense, right?
A little
But
bit.
Are you talking about the Oracle buff? I'm confused.
I was talking about entombs.
Well,
like,
the Oracle
when
just
you play-
got Void Siphon.
I think
Yeah,
the
okay.
Oracle should be an arbiter.
But yeah, what
When do
about
you think Void Siphon will ever be useful?
They should replace the
Like,
Oracle with an
like
arbiter.
Factories.
Well, if the factory's floating, like
Yeah,
the
that's
factory
it.
is never an issue anymore.
I like
Um,
Mage's.
Box the
Mage's
bunker,
suggestion.
Should be an arbiter. Don't you guys think?
arbiter.
I like arbiters. Dude, I love the arbiters.
Instead of an Oracle.
If I can get rid of the mothership, give us arbiters again.
No, both.
Both.
what's wrong with you? Are you really suggesting that they bring back?
Yeah. You want to know why? This way, I
Why?
think Protoss will be able to beat Zerg.
Protoss
Stasis-
is quite
Stasis-
capable of beating Zerg right now.
Stasis
In
still-
Wings of Liberty?
Do
Or are we
it.
talking about Heart of the Swarm?
Yeah, what are we talking about, Juan?
Currently in Heart of the Storm, I think Protoss is significantly the weakest race, but that's just fine-tuning units. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Or
Protoss-
adding
just right-
units?
I don't know.
It-
Do
it
you
doesn't-
guys see the real Oracle Mothership Core Harass thing?
yeah, I've been using that.
That was pretty cool.
It is good.
So
But like, you can't win mid-game battles versus either two races. Like, and like your army is just shit compared to other two races because you didn't get anything to buff your army, and they did. Like,
what
Witch
is
Mine-
it? Is it
insane.
the swarm hosts that bother you?
No, it's not that. It's for Zerg. It's mostly it's just the combination of the spine crawler push with the Vipers, like that slow spine crawler push across the map. With the Vipers added into it, it's pretty much unstoppable. Like,
Can you just like go around that? Because they're pushing with static defense.
no, because they have they literally build spine cores everywhere. Like if you watch modern PvZ, that's what most top Zergs do. They just cover the map with spine cores.
But that's like super late game that you're talking about, right?
It's like a 18-20 minute push if you're going straight for it, right?
Okay, you're talking about like Infestor, Broodlord, Spinecrawler, basically, but adding a couple Vipers.
You don't even need the Broodlords, though. That's what makes it so much faster. Because you don't get the Broodlords anymore. And Vipers are much faster to get.
Why wouldn't you need the Broodlords?
Well, the Broodlords are only there to stop the Colossi, pretty much, and to pick at the Protoss army to make them come at your spines. But the Vipers do that just as good.
Or Swarm Hosts, right?
Yeah, Swarm Hosts and Vipers.
Are Swarm Hosts actually good if you get a bunch of Colossus? Can't you just like kill the Locusts?
Colossi are the only counter to Swarm Hosts, and Vipers are so good against Colossi, basically.
Why can't you just like use High Templar to zone out the Vipers?
Because it outranges the feedback. So as long as they don't if they get full energy, then you can kill it after they sucker guy. But otherwise, he'll always get the abduct off first because it outranges it.
Abduct is always outranges. Really?
That's not right.
Yeah.
They have the same range. No, it's not. I just looked it up.
Yeah. No, exactly. So your Templar has to be in front of the Colossi, which means he's gonna die. But, like they won't send the Viper in to either the spine crawlers, or the Viper could abduct him, or the Infestor could fungal him, or the Swarm Host.
Okay, wait. Vipers should not be able to abduct High Templar. They have the same range on their abilities.
Yeah, so you both cast him at the same time. You feedback him, but
it dies and you get abducted.
No, it won't die because it just clicked abduct, so it doesn't have much energy left. They have like 110 life. So they're not going to die if they hit it. As long as the abduct energy is used before feedback, they're not going to die.
But why does abduct cast first? I would think that feedback is more instantaneous.
Yeah, I think feedback is like the fastest spell.
Same thing. Like, have you seen neural and feedback? Like,
yes. Neural and abduct. I've seen neural and feedback.
Yeah, well, like back when neural was range 9, and if you both pick it. What happens is the neural like the proboscis like just gets out of the infestor, then it gets feedback, but it's already used the energy. Like the energy goes away before the animation goes. So the feedback won't kill unless it had like max energy, right?
So what if you just had 2 High Templar?
I mean, you could feedback it 18 times, but it's not going to kill it once the energy goes away. Feedback's so stacked, you can't feedback something twice.
Okay, what if you had 3 High Templar?
Yeah, I would think I would think that it's whoever casts faster and that's it. Is it not? Like it's.
No. Yeah, you're right, but the thing is that the Templar have to be in front of the Colossi to protect them.
Or you micro the Colossus back when you see they got Vipers, right?
Yeah, but Vipers are faster, and they're flying.
And they die in like 3 hits.
No, they don't. 3 hits from what?
From a fucking...
No, it takes like...
From a probe, man.
No,
from a probe.
It takes like stock hits to kill a Viper. They're like queens in Broodlord, where it says, yeah, if you're running into like 10 Goliaths, they'll die. But a couple Dragoons aren't gonna like kill a queen.
What are you talking about? They do 20 damage to a queen.
No, they don't. Queen's not much. They do like 10 or 15 each.
Yeah,
they don't
do. Yes, they don't do 20.
Oh.
But it's like the Dragoons don't do 20 to Mutilus either. They do 10.
Yeah.
Units. It's a damage type they had before.
Interesting. I'd have to see this Spinecrawler Viper.
I mean, it's not significantly worse than the late game now. It's just more annoying because the Vipers, like right now, a lot of PvZ is based on that Colossi timing, where you can start picking in spine cars before Broodlords come, and that's much better to do with the speed that Vipers come out. But I'm even that's not as bad as I think. Just the current balance of Widow Mines for Terran is.
Oh no, definitely not. Yeah. But
what if they go like Immortals, Sellout, Stalker, High Templar? What Koreans are doing right now? I think Link Infestor Viper will just die. No?
Yeah, it will. I mean, that's the same thing as currently, right? The Vipers are useless against that combination, so you would never make them.
Right. Yeah.
like Vipers, you don't need a tech structure to get. So and you can get as soon as they pop out within about 10-15 seconds, you can get energy with consume. So you only get them.
Talking about tech structures, I was thinking the other day, what if we make Infestation Pit don't let you go to Hive? Like you need that Spire to go to Hive.
You were thinking about it, or you read it on Reddit?
There's definitely a Reddit post about that.
Yeah.
No, what? I was
Did you
thinking
make
about
that? Did you make that Reddit post?
No, I didn't. I was
It's
thinking
okay
about
if
it
you
the other
did.
day.
Well, you must be a fucking psychic Mexican.
Why? Was it Reddit? Really?
I can't tell if Major's trolling. Can anyone tell?
No, I'm serious.
Does
What
he
the hell?
troll? I don't
I
think
don't
I've
know.
ever heard
That's
Major
he.
troll.
No, he's had his moments.
I think he deceives himself sometimes.
No, was it really Reddit?
Yeah,
I just was
no.
thinking
There was a
on the
post
shout,
on Reddit.
but-
Someone
It was
literally
like
was like,
first on Reddit. It was some first on Reddit with a million upvotes.
it has to still be
Well,
up there. I think it's still up there.
That's good. The guy's genius.
Oh, there it is.
It's
Don't-
your Smurf. It's okay. Like it's okay.
No. I think all my stuff in the shower, and I was thinking about this, so I think it's a good change. Bruno should be made from the Mutalisk too.
That
and
was in there
corrupt-
too.
Wait, one in this call. He's just trolling us.
Broodlord should be made from Mutalisk.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that.
That would be.
I will not argue with that.
No, but Corruptor as well. They both need to be made from the Mutalisk.
Oh, like an Archon. You take a Mulus and a Corruptor and you just squish them.
No,
Yeah,
no,
No,
No. It goes from it goes.
he's just taking the concept of Broodlords and
Yeah, and
Like-
yeah.
So it goes from
Shoot.
Muta to Corruptor, Corruptor to Broodlord. Is that what you're saying?
No. You take a Mutalisk and you can choose if you
Choose,
want a
yeah.
Broodlord or a Corruptor.
Oh,
like Devourer, Guardian, and Brood War.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
but
would be a change.
Corruptors are not as good as Devourers, and Corruptors are not
I
as.
don't know, Devourers are very good.
Kidding me? Corruptors are amazing.
I don't know who would
Brad-
ever work Corruptors out of a Mutalisk.
I think I would rather have Corruptors over Vikings any day, man. Corruptors actually kill the Colossi right away. Unlike Vikings, they just die instantly.
How much would it cost for a Mutalisk to morph into a Corruptor?
150.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Maybe if you made it a Super Corruptor.
yeah, they would. Yeah, no thanks. So
it
the
costs twice
Corrupt,
as much to make a Corruptor.
yeah, pretty
You know what
much.
the stupid ability? Contaminate. Or wait, corrupt? What's the ability that corruptors have? Is it
Corruption.
called-
Corrupted.
Corrupt.
That
Now
ability-
it's Overseer one that fucks up buildings.
They should just remove corruption. Or make it into an
Yeah.
ability that's not
I kind
stupid.
of feel like it's kind of a dumb ability. You know, if you do tests, it's almost never worth it to do it anyway. Like you actually kill Colossi faster if you don't waste an attack dropped into him in many cases.
Yeah, I mean, if there were like fucking, like Death Star units, I guess you
The mothership
You
still
don't-
corrupt, yeah.
exactly. So
Or when you have Corruptors and there's nothing left to attack, so you're like, well, fuck it.
I honestly think Corruptor has too much armor. Like 2 armor just by making it. Marines never kill that, ever. So when you go Queen, Infestor, Broodlord, and Corruptor, and you don't even need that many Broodlords, you need like 8 Broodlords, it becomes unbeatable. Because you never have time to get Ravens, unless on some maps. And you kind of need like Ghost and Perfect EMPs and to move that army, but Corruptors never die, so they should remove that or fix it. I don't know.
We don't mind, so we'll kill Corruptors really quickly.
Good.
yeah, I'm not sure. I've never heard anyone before today complain about Corruptors.
Vikings never kill Corruptor, man, ever.
Well, that's due to Infestors, not Corruptors. Like,
Yeah, but Corruptors are so tanky that it allows the Fungals to hit them.
You know
Yeah.
how units have base 2 armor?
Yeah, they do.
No, but like, think of how many other units have base 2 armor.
Carriers, Mothership, Corruptors.
Thor, maybe. How many
No,
Thor has?
Thor's
Nope.
1. BC is 3. BC and Ultralisk, upgrade Ultralisk are tied for 3. They're the highest in the game. I think there's only like 4 or 5 that have 2. Because Broodlords have 1. They used to have 2 and they nerfed it, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
So
the-
I think it's just Corruptor, Carriers, Mothership. There's only 3 I can think of.
Corruptor is too cheap for his armor, man. It's true.
You're a
Okay.
very sick one.
You are.
What were we
Okay,
talking
so,
about?
man.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. We're kind of all over the place today. I don't really mind it because I think the patch notes and like Nick said, you know, like it's kind of like I think we can all agree that the current mine is way too strong, right? Like the new mine, the Terran hasn't heard of the swarm. So I mean, it's kind of pointless to argue balance when it's clearly.
It's a cool unit, though.
Unstable payload is the new missile ability that it got, right?
Yeah,
it looks
something like that.
Pretty scary.
It's like, hey, we buffed mines, and now on top of that, they don't die. It's like, well, you know, they like okay.
What do you guys think about right now with the mine? You should be able to target, because right now you can't. It's too weak.
Shut up, Juan.
Aren't we talking about how it's too strong?
I actually think you should be able to turn off autocast.
Yeah, you should.
You should be able to do that. But
You can do like hold position mines, like in Brood War.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be okay
you
with
should
that.
definitely be able to turn off autocast. But they used to in the old version you could when
you could.
patch you could turn off autocast and then manually use them.
Now, there is something that I did want to talk about. That's almost kind of scary. Like Dustin Browder made a post earlier
about the force fields.
Yeah, no, well, it was about the Sentry.
Yeah.
It said that they want to make it easier to use.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So it's, like I'll read Dustin
You're trolling
Browder's.
me, right?
No,
How are
no,
they
no.
going to make it easier? Are they going to make force fields bigger?
No, they
he
didn't
said-
say they want to make it easier. They said like they might make hallucination free.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Because
maybe
we can finally see something like Zergs and Terran who have map pack with scan and overlords.
Sure, bro,
Right,
but if I
that's-
scan, I don't scan just randomly. That's pretty bad. I agree with Zerg map hacks. With
Can
Terran
somebody
stuff.
do performance?
Hallucination is kind of a weak spell right now.
Okay, I have the post. I can read it really quick.
Yeah,
From Davey or David Kim. Just to clarify, we don't mean we're changing force fields in any way. We love how the ability works. What we are thinking currently for the Sentry is what if hallucination did not require an upgrade? This might be good because 1, scouting is more important in Heart of the Swarm due to the added new threats. 2, Protoss has a lot of trouble versus early Widow mines. In parentheses, hallucinations can be a soft counter until detection is ready. Number 3, players who aren't able to utilize force fields well will be able to use the more expensive hallucinations to combo with their army. Please remember, all this isn't final decisions, but we're just trying to be as open about our thoughts as possible. Thanks.
I don't think that would break the game at all to get rid of that.
What do you mean?
Are you kidding?
No, the casting cost isn't free. He's just saying it comes with the ability.
Yeah, but like, okay, how much mana? It's 100 mana.
Yeah, so you have to wait 94 seconds.
And
after
you're sacrificing being able to use 2 force
yeah,
fields
you
at
use
that
2
time.
force fields.
that reveal. I think that reveals way too much.
You make a Phoenix and you scout everything.
Yeah, one Phoenix.
Yeah, it
PvP
might be.
would be so weird.
They could just get rid of the Phoenix from hallucination option because
Just
otherwise,
like-
aren't good for scouting.
Yeah, I think that would be great. Yeah, if they got rid of the Phoenix, then
So
that
you
would be.
could use like a void ray and still fly in bases, but be much slower.
Or Prism.
And so, but both of those, if you cast them from cross map, you will have limited vision. You have very little time by the time it gets to their base left. I
Because
think.
if they
Or
had
they could
Phoenixes,
also lower the time on it too, so it lasts less time.
if they had Phoenixes, it would just be like Ferrari Lords.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
they, or
Ferrari Lords.
Ferrari Lords.
they could make the hallucinated Phoenix weaker.
Yeah, they could make so it like dies in one shot.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Give it like one life, so Queen or
I know, like, or that. Yeah, I guess if you could use Phoenix, then one life would be fair. But
yeah.
otherwise, I don't know.
But yeah, I don't think it's necessarily bad to because it's kind of for or paying for research. It's like the shittiest spell in the game you have to pay for.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, you're right that scouting would be too easy, too fast if you. Take
Yeah. I think if I think that'd be a great change if they just remove the Phoenix option. Then that would be way more reasonable. Yeah, that was a response to Dustin Browder's post before that.
Yes.
And what Dustin Browder posted implied changing force fields, and David Kim probably was like, "Hey, you fucked it up, bold guy." It's like he said, "What makes this worse is that the sentries are hard to use. Guardian Shield isn't too difficult to manage, but force field can be really difficult to use correctly. We are talking about ways to make the sentry easier to use, so more Protoss players can get value out of them."
Yeah, I read that and I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah. So after that, Reddit went
Yeah.
nuts, and then David Kim was like, "Oh, we're not gonna change force field. Don't be silly."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That would be-
yeah,
That's what separates great Protoss players, is the ones who are like really fucking good with their force fields.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's not
it's
what
it's
we're
it's mechanics like the force field that make this game interesting
Exactly.
to watch.
Yep.
Just play. So
You think so?
yeah, absolutely, man. It's like clutch force field. Oh, amazing force fields. That kind of shit is fun to watch. It's like you can be smart with force fields. You can, you have to be precise. You have to.
I still think the Ferrari Lord is too fast. It should go back to whatever it was.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, the Ferrari Lord is okay.
It's free
You're
map pack,
talking
man.
something.
I
you're-
think we've all agreed that the Ferrari Lord is it's too
Too
strong.
fast.
I think
on
yeah.
there.
Juan's talking about like the Overlords right now. And Wings of Liberty.
I thought he meant Phoenix was the Ferrari Lord.
No, he's just again. He
Ferrari Lord.
he deceives himself sometimes. He was talking about something else. Yeah, the same. What do you guys think about Overlord Speed right now?
In,
I think-
in Wings of Liberty?
Yeah,
Sure, it's too fast.
I'm okay with it.
I'm fine with it.
What? It's free
Kevin,
map
talk-
pack.
You have Marines that shoot up in the first 30 seconds of a game.
Sure, but you don't have that many Marines at the beginning of the game, because if you do, then you just die to Lynx, as we saw Teja died yesterday to Lynx.
You build a bunker
No.
and you cover your counterattack path with supply depot walls.
Sure, he'll still die to Lynx. Lynx, amazing.
Repair with your free
He's still
SCVs because you have mules.
Lynx,
Hey, good job beating Scarlet today, Juan.
Yes, good job beating Scarlet.
lucky.
So, yeah. What else? What else? I mean, heard of this patch. If anyone in chat
What do you
has,
guys- What do you guys think about the Tempest? That's one thing I want to ask.
Amazing unit, oh my god.
It wasn't affected by the patch, but
I think it's a
It
really
was.
good unit.
They changed its damage.
Really?
that was an earlier patch, right?
Oh, was that the patch before?
Yeah, it was patch before.
The only units changed in their most recent patches: the Widowmine, the Oracle, and the Mothership Core.
Oh, all right. I don't know.
Also, about the Mothership Core. What's up with that? You go 4-gate Blink Stalker with that thing. What you do? You just die. It's too fast.
You make Widow Mines.
Sure. You just move one Stalker, take the hit, then you kill
For-
Terran.
For one
No,
Widow Mine,
Juan,
which is the
there's-
price of a roach.
yeah, Juan. There's a new Widowmine. I don't think you've been listening.
No, I know it doesn't die anymore. We
Yeah,
just
so
don't
take
send-
like 8 of those and it'll kill like 8 Blink Stalkers.
You
and then
definitely can't get 8 Widow Mines by the time a Blink Stalker all in hits.
What the hell? How are you gonna get 8?
you get 12 by the time a Blink Stalker all hits. They come out of a reactor.
You
They
have like
take
3.
seconds.
They take 40
No,
seconds
It's
to
build
build.
time.
No, they
the build
don't.
time. Oh, they nerfed the build time? No, it's 20
Yeah,
seconds.
it's really,
dude.
no, it's
Dude,
Oh,
40.
they nerfed it?
Fast.
Oh,
The
Okay,
build
so-
time of this unit has increased
stalker
to
build time.
40 seconds.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
a
okay.
Stalker. So if you can get 12 Stalkers come out of a reactor, you can get almost 12 Widow Mines.
That's
Sure.
not how it works at all.
If a Protoss is any good, he's not gonna attack you if he sees a reactor coming like this. The
That's
hell?
right. That's good. So you stopped his all in.
No, it doesn't work this way, man.
Juan, you're gonna be on the show every week, okay?
Okay.
You need to get
yeah,
a webcam
so
though.
Tempests.
Juan.
Todd, what do you think about Tempests?
They don't seem that useful. Maybe only against Terran mech. If you see that the Terran is like in turtling mode and doesn't want to leave his base, just get his 200 supply. You can just make a couple Stargates and make a bunch of Tempests with full upgrades. But other than that, against Zerg, I don't think it's that good. It's just as good as Void Ray and Kyers, which means it's pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Maybe very, very late game, if you can get a lot of them and mix them in with some other air units and have Templars, it might be okay. But other than that, like, I play some games and I'm getting swarm host pushed, and then I try to counterattack and stuff. I recall home, I fight and I lose, and people are like, "Oh, why didn't you go Tempest? Why do you think I didn't go Tempest?" Man, he has like Infestors and Corruptors.
I got an idea. Maybe we should give like Yamato Cannon to Saint Tempest
That's a
with
great
22
idea.
range. 22 range.
With 24 range.
Hit 30.
They're
So-
too expensive. I have nothing special
It's just
about
really
it.
hard to get Tempest out. Is what I
Yeah,
like.
I
300,
think that's the main thing. I think they have a role in the extreme late game.
Yeah.
At least I'm speaking about PvZ. At least Todd already found a use, I guess, for PvT.
You can pick that
It's definitely not a versatile unit by any means. And but I think what Todd was saying, like I think Templar Tempest should be essentially invincible, right?
Of course.
If you consider your like.
You need something else, like a couple Tempest and Void Ray Templar, I think, because you need something that does more damage than just Storm, so you don't get swarmed. Because Tempest DPS is so low, right? So you need like
Right.
Void Ray Templar already is like insanely strong, and Tempest is to pick it in to make him come at you.
Right. Yeah, Tempest like just force the fights against every unit.
They feel much more like a support unit, Tempest.
Yeah.
Your area unit or whatever.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's basically a siege unit that says, "Hey, you have to come at my invincible army. You have to engage me right now." That's or for harassing, I suppose. It's not that great at it. I don't think.
Yeah, too low DPS.
Yeah, I tried putting one behind the guy's mirror line, he just ignored it for like 10 minutes. He just kept making more workers, and he made it faster than I could kill.
Yeah. Yeah, and sitting for 10 minutes, it probably barely paid for itself. So yeah, I think it needs to be more versatile. I'm not sure how though.
I mean, it would be okay if it wasn't that versatile, if it wasn't like the new unit for Protoss, right? Like,
right. Yeah.
Yeah, if it was mixed with other new units, it'd be okay. But like, the Oracle is kind of dumb, and then Mothership Core is just like.
I think Mothership Core is probably the unit on Heart of the Storm.
Yeah, it's the most.
Do you know how high a Tempest DPS is?
Sentry?
Like relative to a Marine. One Marine compared to one Tempest.
It's probably pretty similar, I'd guess.
I'd guess the Marine is stronger.
It's like, against not massive, a Marine is higher DPS with stim.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, Mage, let's compare the costs of a Marine and a Tempest here, my friend.
Well, then if we had the Tempest with Yamato and splash damage, it would be really good, I think.
Might be too good.
Yo, what the fuck, man? I'm not sure if you're joking or not, and then you.
I can't tell.
Again.
I can't
I'm
tell.
serious. Protoss needs something against Rulers. They need the Tempest with Yamato and splash damage.
I like
Okay.
it.
Just give
When they do
Tempest
range.
Seeker.
Yeah, like a Hunter Seeker.
Why did they take away the range of the Tempest?
Good point. Why?
Why
Nobody
would
knows.
Damage.
Maybe
I don't.
strong with like mass photon cannons or something.
Maybe.
Can't you do
Yeah, I
that
don't
now anyway?
I think they gave more damage to massive. That's why.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was too strong killing workers before or something. I don't know.
Perhaps
still
they
need-
Killing workers when you have Tempests?
Like Tempest Rush harass their econ.
And then they just pull all their SCVs and go all in your base.
You've got like one Tempest army.
It was pretty funny. TT1 was really trying hard to make this Tempest Templar work, and he would like expand really slowly and safely to build up to that like invisible army. And I watched like 4 games against Slosh, and like every time it would be like Slosh on 40,000 bases. against, you know, TT1 on 3 really well defended bases. They would eventually just like fall.
Overwhelm.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I don't know. Tempests, I think need to change.
Mhm.
Too weak.
I actually like the Oracle as like the design of the unit, but I don't know. Maybe Protoss needs an attacking unit.
I think
Like
it's
Has anyone played with the new ability, the Void Siphon thing?
Yeah, I played a little bit with it. It's like the thing is it could be good if like they ignored it for 2 minutes. It would be sick good, but you can't really harass their base because they just send like 1 unit away and then you lost 50 energy for like 5 seconds drain, right? So if they have like a factory flying around the map, yeah, it's amazing. Otherwise, it's not really worth 50 energy. You'd rather use Thin Tuned.
So what? Like I'm trying to think of more situations where it will work. Like initially, I thought, you know, you'd look for supply depots or other buildings that are like
proxy
on
pylons,
the
proxy Evo chambers.
proxy evo chambers, you know,
using
or
to power
stuff,
your
stuff,
vapors.
you know, stuff that players place around their base. But I'm not sure how long the range is. if it's-
Maybe
I was trying to
the,
get Zerg's gases, and the queens can chase it away pretty quick.
It's range 7.
Yeah.
maybe we should.
I couldn't think. I didn't think it would work against her.
If a Terran puts a depot at the edge of their base, you could probably do that until they get Viking out. But
Yeah,
she doesn't put it-
that's.
But, I mean,
Maybe-
what Terrans put it on the very edge? It'll do the same thing like Protoss don't put pilots on the super edge anymore against Terran, because then it'd be you can kill you put like 1 notch away, and so as long as they put it 1 notch away, Marines will just chase you out.
I don't know. I
So
think
you just have to rely on a mistake to make a strategy out of that.
I think
so-
Major has a suggestion.
Yeah, I have a point, man. Point.
Okay, go.
Okay, I think this spell is pretty useless. It's pretty bad. Maybe there needs to be a way to get the Oracle into your army. And I think that one way will be give it stasis. So when you entomb a mineral line, you actually can do a timing attack with that spell, a stasis. So it's useful in your army too.
Well, that would break every matchup, Juan.
No, it will be good.
Yeah, it would be really fucking good. I mean,
I like the innovation.
yeah. What if it could like stasis 3
Like a 1
units or
unit.
something like
Or, yeah,
that? Yeah,
unit,
or-
yeah.
yeah.
I
mean, that-
I don't know. It just needs to be in your army composition. It becomes useless after you entomb. It just becomes like a flying paper that doesn't do anything.
Yeah, maybe stasis 1. Yeah. Maybe it should be like one non-massive unit for fucking 1 minute. So basically, you cancel the investment of the Oracle in 1 unit, or maybe even 2. I think
think so, yes.
that could be doable.
Also, there should be like
maybe
observers.
just 1, because you could do it on 2 if you had full energy, probably. Like assuming that it's 100 energy and then you do it after entombed.
They should be able to detect too, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Juan. Stasis, I think they could work around something like that.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't mind the Oracle. I think it's kind of fun. But yeah, most people seem to dislike it.
Pretty bad.
Todd, what do you think of the Oracle?
I wish mines wouldn't blow it up in just 1 mine. Then it could be viable against Terran, but
Well, mine's
it's just
still
not the
everything
case.
up in 1 mine.
I don't think they blow up a War Prism in just 1. Needs like 2. Thank God.
They blow up medevacs in 1. And
I think against Terran, it's just not viable to open Stargate, even if you know like that, like Moro, he would just do like 1 barracks, expand into mech. And I think that's a shame, because it's pretty fun to open Stargate and play with Stargate. It's like, at least you can do something, you're not just sitting in your base doing nothing. But against Zerg, I think it's pretty good, the Oracle, especially Entombed is pretty OP right now. You can slow down the economy a lot. It forces the Zerg to make maybe spines in his mineral lines, some spore and stuff, to try to fight back against it. So against Zerg it's okay, but it's mostly only because of Entomb. Like the other spells are complete shit in my opinion. Like the reveal one will never be used. It's too fragile to bring it to a fight and to detect. And the Siphon is like the biggest joke I've ever seen. I don't know why they removed the face shield.
Yeah, so maybe they should change one of the spells. Now, for people watching, like, you have to take into account that whenever you're adding or changing a spell, that means that whenever you're using that spell, you're not using Entombed. So it's not, if you add a really good spell to the Oracle, it wouldn't really break all that much. Maybe it's a tiny stasis or something like that. So I think that would be cool. Maybe a spell that can attack something or be useful in a battle or for defensive purposes at least. What do you guys think?
I think stasis will be good.
Okay.
Good insight. So are
Good
we
insight.
allowed to talk about Wings of Liberty?
Yeah, man. Let's talk about everything.
Because everyone right now is talking about the Infestor. And
Yes,
how strong
Axel.
it is. Huh?
You know what stasis is?
Yeah. Oh, from what you explained. Are you talking
Wait,
about
you
what
don't
you were
know-
talking about like 5 minutes ago?
Like stasis, you know that that spell?
Huh?
Stasis, you know the spell? You know what it does?
What does it do?
It freezes units.
It freezes units. Like from the Arbiter, right?
Mhm.
Like the ice cube
Mhm.
thing. Yep.
Yes. I think it will be sick spell.
But that,
StarCraft 2.
okay. But yeah.
Go ahead, Alex.
Anyway, PVZ right now, late game. Everyone's having trouble with in Wings of Liberty, at least as far as it seems, and same with TVZ kind of, I felt like.
Yeah, of course.
With the Infestor stuff, so does the Infestor need to be changed in Wings of Liberty?
Of course.
Or does something need to happen? Like, what needs to happen so that it's not as... I'm not going to say imbalanced.
Well, I
If,
don't-
it is an extremely cost efficient unit. It is OP if you want, but it's not OP by like you can't nerf that unit because then Zerg becomes shit instantly.
Nick,
Like the entire Zerg game revolves around the Infestor, relies on the Infestor because it is one of the strongest units in the game. It's kind of like how they balance Brood War. They would buff shit instead of nerf it down. The Infestor is kind of a Brood War unit. You know, it's extremely good, but the rest of the Zerg army, like it doesn't like roaches are not supply efficient. Fucking Lings die to AoE super hard. Like Broodlords would just die without Fungal. You know, like without the Infestor.
Yeah, I'm not saying taking it away, but it just doesn't seem like...
Oh no, I'm not saying you are. I'm trying to explain why it shouldn't be nerfed too badly or changed too badly without changing radically other units within the Zerg.
Right.
Yeah.
like,
They should just make other units. Go ahead.
Infestor is the Grim Reaper. One he has on your grasp, there's no way to avoid that. It's like too strong, in my opinion.
I didn't hear the analogy. Can you repeat it?
Okay, Infestor is the Grim Reaper. Once it has in your grasp, there's no way to avoid that. Like, once the Infestor is out, you just die.
Unless you have one Marauder. I mean,
No, don't think Marauder hit that.
okay.
Like,
So,
when it fungals you... I'm sorry. When it fungals you, it just stops you from doing anything. So it's like... Let's put it this way. It's like if a Protoss does a donut with force fields, you can't move. So that army is just dead. Not fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the analogy is like early game force fields. There's no counter to them, so like once they're put in, you're just screwed. Later game, there's things like like medevacs, burrow movement, like siege tanks, higher range units, and also the range of force field. But Fungal is kind of like that the whole game. Like once it happens, there's no counter micro. I guess
Yeah,
is what-
exactly. It should be like Incinerator. It should freeze, not freeze, slow down the units, I think. That would be better.
Maybe. Yeah, right. Yeah, right now, like the only counter to fungal is prevention, right? Like you don't get fungal. Like like not get fungaled, obviously, but not like if you manage to not get fungal in huge clumps, then the infestors are still a pretty huge investment.
Yeah, they are.
Didn't they
So-
make it a projectile at one point? I seem to remember that. Where you
That
like...
map was on.
But
Yeah.
I mean that wouldn't change all that much. It would make it more of a skill shot, but it wouldn't change anything.
I mean,
Still, you get fungal.
you could see it coming, though, and you could dodge it. You could split your units and whatnot.
Depends how fast it was.
Yeah, I
hell.
don't think it would be slow enough for you to split your units.
If it was, then it'd be too weak.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I never liked the change that they did with the Infestor, like the one buff that Hydra thought was a nerf. I really enjoy saying that every time. What? Yeah.
Yeah, 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 4 seconds. It did the same amount of damage or maybe a little bit less, but it was 4 seconds. So it would hold your army in place. But also, you would have to wait 4 seconds to fungal again. Obviously, fungal doesn't stack. So then, when they change it to 2 seconds, now it kills shit so much faster.
It was
That,
8-4.
It was what?
It was 8-4, not 4-2. Unless
That
I
sounds.
misheard you.
I think Axlev is right.
Yeah, it used to be 8 seconds or 8 StarCraft seconds, which if you're counting. Seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What
And
about
now-
making...
Now it's okay.
Yeah, now it's 4.
Yeah, it's StarCraft. Okay.
What
So-
about making Infestor 3 supply?
What? That wouldn't actually be the worst thing if we had like, okay, imagine an army of Roach Infestor. If it was 3 supply, it would be like the most worthless army ever. We're already 2 supply. Like if Roaches were 1.5 supply or something like that.
Negative.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Roach too good already.
I don't know
But
about
that's-
PVZ, but I think
like,
in
changing-
three supply infestors would be fine in TVZ.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe in TVZ they would.
It would make Roach Infestor versus Protoss a lot worse, but that's not the most common strat right now anyway, so I don't know. I guess mid game is pretty common.
Yeah, I
We'll
mean,
go Roach Infestor
it is a big issue, I guess, against Protoss. Now that like this is something that I've done for a long time, but now like much better Zergs than me. Like the Korean Zergs are getting like a shitload of infestors in
Yeah,
their
like 25.
Yeah, so I mean, I could see that helping a lot if it was 3 supply. It would just like, you know, make you decide if you want more Bridlers or more infestors, and not just get a shitload of both with spines.
Yep.
So I don't think that would be the worst change actually.
I think it's pretty unfair that Ghosts and Infestors, they have an upgrade to get more energy when they come out. So they can use EMP and Fungal, but Protoss, we don't have it.
Sure, bro.
It's a
Would
pretty
you warp
big deal
in?
in my opinion.
It's because you can warp in the High Templars. Like they
We're gonna
used to have it.
We're gonna make High Templars come out of the Robo, then I'm fine with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't care. If it comes out of the Robo, it would be like a big nerf, so I don't care.
Right,
No.
it's just that. Like whenever you can't just automatically make an infestor or a ghost pop up out of nowhere to defend your shit. Well, I guess ghost wouldn't be too useful to whip in.
Yeah.
If you're getting attacked, you can't just warp infestors, fungal shit, and kill it as you could do with Storm with Kildare and Amulet. So I think maybe a solution to that would be, you know, giving it 10 energy less than it needs to cast shit. And that would, you know, it would basically say, okay, like if you counterattack, you're still taking this base.
HD Mudkips in the chat asks, what if you have fungal hit friendly units?
Good. I said that like 10 years ago. Once the game why EMPs and Storm hits my own units,
Yep.
but Fungal doesn't.
Hmm.
Give me a good example of why. I hate when Zerg use a move and
Yeah,
Fungal.
I'm trying to think.
I don't
Thank
think
you.
that would be a bad move at
Of
all.
course not.
I don't
It would
think
make-
it would be too terrible.
You know, Plague affected your own units?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, I don't think it like the only problems like would be like Blink Stalker blinking on the Riddlers, but even then it would be fine. I think that would be a good change. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that would be a good change. I guess this discussion about the Infestor being too strong has been going on for a while.
It has.
But yeah, but it's like, you know, you can't. I agree, it's one of the strongest units in the game.
It's hard
I
to
just
find a
wish-
solution.
The
yeah,
strongest.
I just wish that's how Blizzard had done things, because that's what makes the game fun. Strong units. You know, I wish instead of nerfing like
Brutal was all about overpowered units, right?
exactly ever since release, it's been like nerf, everything nerf. It's too strong, nerf, and all 3 races get nerfed
That's a good point.
instead of all 3 races getting buffed. You know, and getting like these powerful units. Like people were complaining about the Vortex, like you know how it can end games. I fucking love the Vortex because it's so exciting to watch and so nerve wracking. It's like, you know, it's, well, I hate going against it, but I love that it exists. I think that's what games makes the game exciting. Abilities like that. So yeah.
It would be more exciting if it wasn't the only ability that determined the game, right? Like if there's a lot more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like Brother had like, you know, fucking Cloud and like fucking
Well, Irradiate Storm, Dark Storm.
yeah, fucking
Psystorm was fucking like 3 times stronger and twice as big in Brood War.
Speaking of excitement, I think Colossus don't add any excitement into the game. He's just
Yeah.
an A move unit.
It is exactly an A move unit, probably the most A move unit in the game. But again, you can't just remove it from the game.
Don't you think Blizzard should replace it with a more innovative unit?
Like an Arbiter?
No, like a Reaver.
Yeah, like a Reaver.
Yeah, that would be okay.
A Reaver is just a Colossi with randomness introduced.
Yeah.
It's like you like triple damage, but then 2/3 of the time it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So I don't really know if that's that great. I mean, like people liked it in Brood War, but I almost think some of the Reaver love was nostalgia more than it being a great unit.
Reaver was so good. What are you talking about?
Unit, yeah.
100 damage per shot, bro. Don't think Roach will survive a shot.
Upgrade.
It doesn't give a shit. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's how they should be working. What do you think, Todd? Fucking Todd is like quiet as fuck all game. All game.
Yeah.
Whole game.
Whole game.
All game long.
Whole game long.
I don't know what to say.
What do you think about Zerg, man?
It's good.
Oh my god. You know what I think about that?
Tell me.
I don't know, I feel like Protoss these days is pretty bad with the current metagame. Like Terrans, they have figured out how to not get force fielded in start of the game, like how to drop when they have to drop, how to kite permanently. Like there used to be a time where like non-Korean Terrans, they wouldn't kite anything with the army. They would just fight and lose everything. It was the good times where Protoss like had a good record outside of Korea, but now everybody watches GSL. They watch the games of like MVP and the best Terrans, and everybody copies the builds. So it becomes that much harder to evolve with the meta game and be able to keep a good level or be consistent in beating them, just because they learn how to copy the builds so exactly that it's not as if you are playing those top Korean players, but still it makes them play very good. So these days I think Protoss is having a little bit of a hard time because of that. Like there is still a couple tournaments where some players do okay, and some Protosses like we get good results, but when I look at the games, it looks like almost exclusively all-ins. And when I talk to my fellow Protosses, like I talk regularly with a lot of them, they complain just as much as me, especially against Zergs, about Zerg, about PvZ. So I really hope this will change. I really don't know like what we can do for that, but in Heart of the Swarm, a lot of new units are added. And I played some tournament earlier, and I had to play against a couple Zergs. Bly was one of them. And I used Oracle, I entombed like 1,000,000 times. I did War Prism drops, I attacked, and I recalled my army. He played Wings of Liberty against me. He didn't make any one of the new units. He just made Roaches, Infestors, Broodlords. He destroyed me, even though like I used all the new units, and I thought I played pretty well. So I really hope that Blizzard will finally address some of the problems that we had in Wings of Liberty instead of completely ignoring it and just trying to make this new shiny game where they hope to sell a lot of copies. I know they are trying, but
that's the thing. The game is not new and shiny. Like it goes with that. Like if the game was new and shiny, we could actually be fixing those problems like as we as it progresses. But it's like it's not a new and shiny game. It's so far it is Wings of Liberty.
Yeah.
It is a Wings of Liberty patch.
I want to be like blown away by Heart of the Storm. I want to open up the game and be like, holy shit, these changes. What's going on here? I want it to require like a month for me to understand every single unit. I want it to be like going from StarCraft 2 to like Dota 2 kind of thing.
Yeah.
As far as learning.
Yeah, exactly. I want it to be exciting. I want it to be like a game that I want to play for the next 3 years, you know?
I agree with
like,
Todd.
Yeah, it's like you agree with Todd?
Yeah, so many patch shirts
I
these
think
days.
we all
these
agree with
days.
Todd.
I can't count them anymore. They pop
look
out
at what
of
Chad is
everywhere.
saying in the Roach channel.
What is he saying?
He's saying PvZ is literally a joke.
I missed that
It is a
channel.
joke.
I'm not in that channel anymore.
All my Protoss has got my back, right, Axlav?
Yeah, no, it's semi-balanced at the moment just because all-ins are so strong. But that's not a... Like you're saying, like Protoss are doing kind of good in tournaments, but it's mostly off just really good timings. Which isn't that fun.
I don't even play Protoss, and I think PvC late game is like unwinnable. Unless the Zerg is a lot worse than you.
Just don't let it get to late game is the only option, pretty much.
2-base Immortal, all the way.
Very strong then.
Yeah.
4-gate.
Actually, this reminds me of Warcraft. Like there was a time where Human versus Undead, they had a very OP unit called the Destroyer that could absorb mana from their statue, which then could transform into Destroyers as well. And like to prevent that, we had to go Rifle Casters, like some...
Just try to kill them every game.
Yeah, and try to kill them, like be pushing all the time. And if we let them in peace for like 1 minute too much, we would lose immediately. So it's kind of similar to PvZ right now. Either you attack, you put a lot of pressure, and you can do damage.
Yeah, and that makes the game anticlimactic too. It's like, oh, he's gonna hit the timing, or oh, he's not gonna hit the timing. You know, it's kind of like everything before and past that. It's kind of useless. So
sometimes you see hero play and like he does all those War Prism harass and like some great timings. He gets his 200 supplied and he gets Kai or whatever or Crank, but it's like 1 or 2 players that can successfully pull this off, and it's like one game out of hundreds that you finally will see like a real macro game with stuff like this happening, and it will be intense until the last minute. All the other games you see is like a failed timing or a successful timing at some point, and somebody won the game early or early mid game. I think that's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do need to redesign. I don't think that. I agree. I agree with what Nick said. I don't think that PvC is broken as much as the late game is fucked.
Yeah.
You know, like, because those all-ins that you talk about are pretty fucking hard to stop for certain.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, I think that's a really shitty way to balance the game. That's So yeah, I hope they address that. I think we should take questions, Alex. What do you think?
Yeah. Do you have the chat open?
Yeah.
If you see any there that you feel like answering or feel like throwing, feel free.
You.
Me.
You.
All right, guys in the chat, ask questions. If you don't have the chat
quiet.
open up the chat and ask your questions, and I will relay them on to the wonderful gentleman here in the call. We'll start with a question from Zerg Rusher 123. Would Hydralisk with 6 range and groove spines removed improve the Hydralisk? Oh, I see. What? I think I understood that. Did y'all understand that question?
Yeah, he says making him start with that range upgrade instead of having to research it. Kind of like what they did with Stalkers.
I
like
mean,
in
we've
Brood
just
War.
been talking about nerfing like Zerg, haven't we?
I think that would make Hydro Lens a little bit strong. But actually, the timing wouldn't be affected all that much. So I don't think so. I think it'd be fine.
Cat?
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a problem.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would make him like super useful either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe it could get Zergs to make him more, because then so Zergs die more.
Oh, you know, one thing I thought was really cool is there was one of the Zergs in the MVP tournament we're watching. He just made like 6 Hydras to just like stop War Prism harass and then like supplement the army. And so you just like it's like yeah, exactly. And just adding a couple Hydras if they start with the range upgrade would make more economic sense because invest in a range.
Pro.
Are you
Ro's pretty
are you
good.
saying that because you beat him? He's not doing so good in the standings, is he?
I didn't beat him, bro. Again, 1-1.
He's not as well. 1-1 is a really good record to have. We can talk about that a little bit. QXC and Major are currently in the Major League Game versus Pro League Invitational, where they've been playing the Pro League guys. How has that tournament been so far? Has it been exciting to play these guys? Has it been depressing, losing all the time? Where do you think these guys are at compared to the rest of the world? How good are these guys really? I mean, because you guys are the ones playing them.
Well, they're pretty good, obviously. Don't you see my score?
Yeah, well, yeah, I do. I do see your score. But yeah, I mean, like, what were your thoughts going into the tournament, and what are your thoughts now?
Well, I knew they were already good because I played with some of them, so I just wanted to play a real game, so I only play like real games. Don't really care about the score that much. I know some people use all in every game because they want to qualify so badly.
Right.
I'm like, whatever, I don't care.
Kevin?
But that's my way.
What's your score right now?
I don't even know.
Actually, I want to pull this up.
It's like 518 something.
I mean, oh, by the way, y'all have played games that haven't been broadcasted yet, so be careful about those results. But I saw QXCU beat Bisu in Fantasy. Is that? I think that might be.
I 2-0.
Like, he's won 5 already, or 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think I'm 6 right now. I 2-0'd Bisu, 1-1 with Fantasy. I don't know, the tournament's pretty fun. The guys are pretty good. It's interesting to see what years of Brood War professional gaming brings to StarCraft 2. They play in a different way than pretty much anyone else. I mean, it's just really frustrating though because the latency is such bullshit. It's hard to describe like how ridiculous it is to play on the Korean server from where I live.
Where do you live right now? You said harder.
In Texas.
Texas. Yeah.
It's like
It's pretty laggy.
We're basically averaging like 300 millisecond delay with like
Oh, God.
500 millisecond to a full 1 second network spike, like every 4 to 5 seconds, to the point where like these guys are already really good. It's already a real challenge, even when we're playing on NA, and then you go play them on Korea, and like there's this mental thing. I just feel like I can't win games on Korea because of how difficult it is to actually play my best there. And so that's been really frustrating. Overall, I'm really happy that I'm taking part of it. I'm really glad that I got a spot, because originally I wasn't going to. I've definitely learned a lot playing these guys, and I hope to improve from it. But in terms of results and like actually doing well in the league, like I just don't care at this point, because it's so frustrating.
You only need top 4 in your division. You're literally 1 win away from first in your division. Like, it's important to note you're not playing against the pro league guys right now. Your results are compared to the other guys in your division.
I know that.
Top of your division right now is Vibe, Huck, Hawk, and Major, all at 5 and 11, 5 and 3. Actually, yeah, there's 6 people with 5 wins.
Axel thoughts it's not about qualifying; it's about winning games.
Sure.
Like, it's the same thing. No, shut up for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
I kind of take the a similar approach to Major. Like, I'm not interested in cheesing these guys. Like, I want to play real games in general. Like, I have a couple cheese builds that I use just because, whatever. But the vast majority, I try and play at least one macro game against every single player, because I want to learn. I want to get better. I want to see what I can do. I don't care about the standings. Caring about that just makes me so frustrated because of the latency, because of the delay, because of the network spikes. Like, I just want to use it to get better.
Yeah.
I don't... And... Like, what happens even if I get top 4, and then I have to play Kespa players again later? Like, I really don't think I can beat any of them in a best of 3 if I have to play 2 games on the Korea server. It's really that bad. It's really frustrating.
Yeah, I completely understand. And like how much of that goes back to Blizzard. Like, in an ideal world, everyone would have no lag whatsoever. It'd be, cross server play would not be an issue at all.
Brood War.
Right.
Well, back even in Warcraft 3, they had GG client. They turned to Garena, and I mean there's always lag cross server, but it was like way less than you have in StarCraft 2. I think Todd's probably familiar with that.
Yeah.
But it was like you could you still couldn't play from Korea to Europe, but from like NA to either Europe or Korea was like playable. It was like usually around 200 ping basically, so maybe 220.
And also to clarify really quick, if you do get to the playoffs, you would play the other you'd play a North American guy, and then you'd play a European guy, and then you'd play you'd have a game on the Korean server. So you wouldn't play a pro league guy until the very
Alex,
very last.
you know what you get if you get second place in this?
You get top 8 gets all expenses paid to MLG the Fall Championships. So
I see what you did there. What does top 2 get though?
There's nothing
second
for
through 8.
I think the biggest thing is just winning that round 1 in the playoffs. But obviously, a huge part of this is being able to play those pro league players. But again, the server issues.
Do you know what first place gets?
$10,000.
Do you know what second place gets?
All expenses paid trip to the Fall Championships.
Okay, and what is first place good?
$10,000 and an all expenses paid trip.
Are you kidding me?
I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean,
like that's just like aiming to get first place, thinking going into this tournament like, yeah, I'm totally gonna win it, and then playing games on the Korea server like that, like it's hard for me to describe in words how frustrating it is to play with that. But I mean, obviously,
try for us.
No, I'll pass. I think I've said enough on this.
You know what's funny?
Ads.
Most of my wins are in Korean server. I think all of them are in Korean server. My wins.
I'm jealous.
Because I play.
You know what's funny? Juan plays every day on Korean server and never complains.
And never complain, man.
Ever. He's in Mexico.
You must have better internet than we do.
No, it's weird, man. I have like really bad lag to Europe. I really bad lag to Europe.
He plays Mac every game and never attacks, by the way.
Sick, man.
That's the way to deal with lag, right? Just don't micro.
Yeah. Sure, bro. You need to micro.
Yeah, as long as you don't do like micro-intensive strategies, it's not as bad. But
you don't want to have to adjust your play like that, though.
No, you don't. You don't. Of course. It definitely takes something away from it.
Yeah. Where did Cats go?
That's a good question.
I think he got dropped.
I think his internet died.
Good time.
All right. Let me look at the chat. Any questions? When will Flash be the best SC2 player? Says
Don't know.
DBZRK.
I think. Oh, he plays today, actually. Today.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, he does.
I think he's gonna lose though. He got a sick opponent.
We'll take a
like-
couple more questions, and then I think we're gonna start wrapping up here. Mudkips asks, would you prefer the Heart of the Swarm designers avoid making units too similar to Brood War units so that the game is unique from SE2, or should they not be afraid to use Brood War units if they think it's a great unit to use?
I'd rather they do new things. I just think most of the new stuff they've come up with so far isn't very good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if they're incapable of coming up with good ideas, then you could always fall back on Brood War.
Yep. Anyone else have anything they want to add?
I agree.
Cool. How do Kespa compare to GSL players? Asks Magilla Gorilla.
I think the Gespa players are just better, like map awareness and stuff like that. But like big 200 battles, some of them are very good at those because it's like completely different skill set. That it's only on StarCraft 2. Like in StarCraft 1, it wasn't like this. It was more you control the map and stuff like this. So in like 200 battles, I think GSL players are a lot better. But multitask wise, like leaving units in the right places and stuff like this, the Kespa players are better. Also, their execution of the builds are better too, for the most part. Not all of them.
I think the Kespa players, kind of the feeling I got is similar to Major. Like they're really good at knowing what's going on. They're really good at figuring out what you're doing. Usually their builds are really well thought out. They're really well timed. Like they don't really make dumb mistakes in general, at least early on. But they don't really have like really specific, unique, cheesy builds. They almost always play macro. Like, and I guess I feel like with a lot of the GSL players, they have like 4 or 5 builds in each matchup that are like their own that they've been doing for months and they know really well, and like you haven't seen them before. Most of the Kespa players, they like 1-gate expand and they like build some units, but all the time they're like executing really well and like constantly building units, and they don't get supply stuck. Like they play a really good game of StarCraft, but not necessarily a really unique StarCraft 2 game, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, that does make sense. Nick, do you have any thoughts on that?
I mean, what they said is right. I mean, they have more experience than I do with playing
But
both sides, so.
It's not all of them in neither side. Like there's players in
Those are just generalities.
Yeah.
My computer crashed.
Oh, welcome back.
Thank you.
We were just talking about Pro League players versus the current GSL guys, but we got some good answers. We were going to start wrapping it up, Cats. We're just going to take probably like one more question from the chat, and then we'll do shout-outs. Cats, do you see any that you want to answer?
I'm just loading the chat.
Okay. We haven't talked about OSL. Who do you think will win OSL? Asks
Rain.
Deotis Elevator.
Rain.
Who's left in that?
Rain.
Rain and
DRG and MC.
It's the winner of DRG MC plays Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rain will win.
Yeah, me too.
It's consensus.
Yeah. I don't see
say-
either DRG or MC beating Rain.
He say his PVC is pretty weak, so. Well, that's for everyone, right? Though every product PVC is really weak.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but Dongregu is not like one of the strongest CVP players. He's like one of the best Zergs in the world, so logically, his CVP, like he's world class, but I don't think he's one of the very best in CVP.
Yeah.
So he could even lose to MC for all I know. It really depends on him.
MC and
what will
him
happen.
tend to go 50-50 from what I've seen, so I think that's a toss-up.
Show said, Cats, name your top 3 patch Zergs. Okay, Todd, I'll let you answer that question.
What was the question?
Top 3 patch Zergs.
Oh, That's so big. Okay, wait. Johnny Recco. Sort of. I don't know. There's too many, man. There's like so many. I would have put close to user, but like even being a patch Zerg is still pretty bad.
What's a patch Zerg? Can we clarify that?
It's a Zerg who wasn't good before the Queen changed.
Ah.
Like yeah, by definition, patch Zergs are, you know, like, cause it is no secret that after the Queen change, more and more specifically foreign Zergs like started, you know, rising up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is, but
Is
I think
Vortex
it's Vortex could be a patch Zerg, sure.
a patch Zerg? I mean, he's been doing really well.
You know, Vortex, he used to do Roach Rush like on one base every single game. And then suddenly I see his name high
But
up in
I
tournaments.
think I think all of those players are really good.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're bad, but
TT1.
I think, yeah.
TT1 says Targa.
Yeah,
maybe-
Targa,
yeah.
fucking Targa, piece of shit. He fucking
Oh, major.
He fucking BM by for no reason. I hate that guy. He's fucking bad too. Fucking
He
motherfucker.
did be imbibed for no reason. But
Fucking
Wait,
bad at
wait,
the
why?
game.
When did this happen?
In NASL, he's fucking bad, dude. You see him playing, it makes me angry because he wins. He's fucking terrible.
yeah.
Oh my
But
gosh.
it
Oh
does.
my gosh. I've never seen Major this angry.
Yeah.
Of course not,
Major, did you mess with TT1 or Vibe? Major's gonna be.
He BM by for no reason, dude. He's like, I lost to a really bad Zerg. Well, if you lose to him, that means you're worse. That's what it means. You're worse, so good job, idiot.
Wow.
I like QXC's
Okay.
idea.
That escalated quickly. Let's set it that from the VOD.
Alright.
Also,
Can I do shoutouts?
Yes. Shoutouts. Thanks, guys, for coming on the show. This concludes Root Decision Making number 4. We'll start from right to left on my overlay. Axlav, do you have any shoutouts you want to give?
Yeah, you know, my team Infinity 7, or sponsor, you know, DeviantArt Steel Series, Emotion, Twisted Oaks, etc. And all you guys for staying out late tonight, being on the show.
What should what should the viewers
check out,
watch? Yeah.
Yeah. What should the viewers watch?
Viewers should watch all the MLG content and my stream.
Just gonna stretch. I'm just showing my MLG logo on the stream, on my shirt. Alright, QXC shoutouts.
I'm QXC. Follow me on Twitter, ColeQXC. Check me out on Facebook, QXC. Check me out on Twitch TV. I'm ColeQXC. Support Gamma Gamers. They make this house possible. Support Complexity Gaming. Our sponsors, Creative Sound Blaster, PNY, QPad. Support Sasquatch and Fuzzy. Follow me to Complexity Try.
Master.
And just check us out. Come say hi at MLG or whatever.
Yeah.
And thanks for having me on the show.
Complexity is honestly doing some awesome stuff, so huge shout out to
Yeah,
Complexity.
they've always been. They're a great organization.
Yeah,
So shout out
absolutely.
to Jason Lake and Bass as well.
Cats, shout outs.
Root Gaming. Please visit root-gaming.com. Rush Ortiz for supporting us, as well as Twitch TV. And yeah, follow me on Twitter. And check out my stream and all that shit. Oh, and buy shirts. Buy our shirts.
Buy shirts.
Yeah, go to our store at root-gaming.com and yeah, buy our shirts. International shipping. I'm really sorry it's not like ready yet, but it should be within this week. What is it, Wednesday? Yeah, hopefully by the weekend it should be up. So try and buy a shirt by the weekend if you're not from the US, and if you're from the US, go and buy one right now, and I'll give you a hug.
Cool. Todd.
My Twitter is @roottodd, as written on the overlay. Facebook.com/YohanMelo, Twitch.tv/YohanM, root-gaming.com, Rush Oddities, Twitch.tv. Sup, cats? Yeah, that's our sponsors, so thanks to them. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yep.
And yeah.
Major.
Oh?
Shoutouts, my friend.
Oh, shout out to Targa not only for being a bad player, but a bad manner guy. Motherfucker.
That's
is
all.
that it? You're
Well,
really,
yeah,
you're really
that's it.
gonna reserve?
else do you need,
I'm
man?
giving you a minute to say whatever you want, and you're reserving it for Targa.
Sure.
Okay. That's fine.
We're
Okay.
gonna have to talk.
We'll have a PR. Uh-oh, did my mic go? Hello?
Nope, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, so thanks guys for watching Decision Making Episode 4. I guess I'll do some quick shoutouts for myself. You can follow me at AxelToss. Tune in to the MVP Invitational Mondays and Fridays. We have the MLG qualifiers on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thursday we're going to have the finishing up, which is tomorrow, of the Korean qualifiers. And next week, next Thursday, it's going to be the North American qualifiers for 2 all expenses paid trips to the Fall Championships, and that's going to be live. Majors participating. QXC is participating. Tottercats, are y'all in that?
No, I don't believe I am.
Okay. But yeah, that's going to be awesome. And of course, this weekend, WCG USA, I'll be casting that. QXC is going to be there. Hopefully he wins. I'm not sure if anyone else here will be there. But that's all I got. Of course, shout out to Root Gaming, Rush Order Tees, and Twitch.tv. But that concludes this episode. Thank you so much, Todd Katz, Major QXC, and Axlav, for coming on the show. I know it's late. I know you're tired. But I'm sure it not only means a lot to me, but to the community, because I know they love this show, and they love hearing us talk about strategy and whatnot, and patch notes and all that fun stuff, and whatever you feel like. So that's going to conclude this episode. Once again, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you guys for coming on the show and being guests. Of course, the next decision making will be, I'm not sure when. Stay tuned to Katz's Twitter, or my Twitter, and we'll have more info on that. But that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye, guys. Love you guys.
See you.